All right, so we are going to be going over the mixed practice. Should we skip around or not?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to skip around random problems, so hopefully you follow along. So I'm going to start off with 1 and 2. So with number 1, it says right here each of these are regular polygons. What does that mean?
They're equilateral.
They're all the same sides. So I can use my formula area equals 1/2 AP. So 1/2, they actually gave me the apothem, 5 square roots of 3 over 3. I just have to find my perimeter. You don't want a pencil? I don't. This pen's out of ink. So, I can make a triangle, and anytime you have this formula, you're going to need to find this angle up top. How do I find the angle up top? 360 divided by the number of sides doubled. So in this case, it's going to be 6. What's 360 divided by 6? 60. So this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Well, we never go around the 30. I need to find the perimeter, so I'm going to have to find this side. What do I do around the 90? Now I'm going around to the times square root of 3. So 5 square roots of 3 over 3 times the square root of 3 gives me 5 square roots of 9 divided by 3. What is the square root of 9? 3. And what's 5 times 3 divided by 3? 5. So this half side is 5. What is a whole side going to be? 10. So what's my perimeter? 30. So now I'm going to put this in the calculator without my square root sign. So I'm going to do 1/2 times 5 over 3, no square root of 3, times 30. And I get 25, and then you add in your square root of 3 units squared. Do I have any questions? Alright. Number 2. Same thing. It's a regular polygon, so I'm going to use my 1/2 AP. I don't have my apothem yet, but can I figure out the perimeter? Well, before that, if one side is 40, what do I got to multiply that by to find the perimeter? So what's 40 times 6? Now we make our triangle. Again, we need to find that angle up top. So 360 divided by what this time? 12, because there are 6 sides and then times 2. So 360 divided by 12 gives me 30 up top. Well, what's this right here? To find my apothem, what do I do? And now just type it in your calculator without the square root. 1/2 times 20 times 240 gives me 2,400 square roots of 3 units. Any questions about 1 or 2? Alright, I'm going to skip to number 4. Y'all cool with that? Anybody have questions about 3? Okay. Number 4 says if the area of a regular hexagon is 36 square roots of 3 centimeters squared, find the apothem and the side of the length. Now I'm going to refer up to this picture. Are y'all cool with that? Do you agree that if it's a hexagon and only a hexagon, that I am going to have a 30, 60, 90 triangle here? Okay, it has to be a hexagon. Now, area equals 1/2 AP is my formula. This time it gave me the area. 36 square root of 3 equals 1/2. I don't have my apothem or my perimeter. But what do we always call across from the 30? X. It's always going to be across from the 30. How do I find my apothem? No, around the 90. X square roots of 3. So my apothem is x square roots of 3. Now, what would be my perimeter? Remember, we said this was x. So what am I going to have to do to x in order to find? By 12. Do you all see why we're multiplying by 12? Okay. Now I'm going to simplify this. Where did my pen go? Can I cross out the square roots of 3? Okay. So then I'm left with 36 equals, what's 1/2 of 12?
6.
And what's x and x? Well, how do I get x by itself? Divide by 6, so then I'm left with 6 equals x squared. Then what? Square root it. So x equals the square root of 6. How does that help me? Now we got to plug it in. So my perimeter, what did we say because it wants to know the apothem and the length of one side. So my apothem was x times the square root of 3. Well, what's x? Square root of 6, square root of 3. Oh, oops. 3. What is that going to give me? Square root of 18. What is the square root of 18? 9 and 2. So my apothem is 3 square roots of 2. What about the length of a side? Half a side was x, so what's a full side going to be? 2x. Well, what's 2 times the square root of 6? No. It's 2 square roots of 6. You can't multiply it and make it square root of 12 because it's inside the radical. So we just leave it 2 square roots of 6.
Wouldn't it be square root of 6 times square root of 6?
No, you're adding square root of 6 plus square root of 6, which will be 2 square roots of 6. Okay. Number 5 I'm going to do with you real quick. 5 says, find the area of a square with an apothem of 28. So if I have a square and my apothem is 28, guys, never with a square should you be doing a equals 1/2 AP. You either need to be doing base times height or 1/2 diagonal times diagonal. Which one would be easier here? What is my height? No, 28 times 2, which is, what's my base? So what's my area? 3,136 millimeters squared. So just because it says apothem, with a square, it's just a lot easier. Do I have any other questions about anything on this side of your mixed practice? Are we good on this side? Alright, turn your paper over. Or no, not y'all. I'm turning my paper over. Look to the other side. I want to do number 11. Find the area of the rhombus. Okay, what's my key thing here? It's a rhombus, so what do I know? So this is 14, this is 14, and this is 14. I could do trig to find the diagonals, right? But there's an easier way here. Side, angle, side. I have a side. Do I have this whole angle?
Yes.
What would this whole angle be?
49 times.
What's 49 times 2? 98. So do I have side, angle, side? Yes. So I'm going to do area equals, do I need to do 1/2?
No.
It's,
you get the same answer.
What? Yes. So area equals BC sine of A. So it's going to be 14 times 14 sine of 98.
It's always going to be sine.
Always. For side angle side. Make sure your calculator's in degrees. And we get 194.093 millimeters squared. Yeah. Okay, so if you do a different method, your decimals, so if you would have done like cosine and that, your decimals will be off just a little bit, that's fine.
So it's okay if it's
Yes.
2 or 3
Yes, 2 or 3 decimals off is just fine because I know that trig does that. Yes. But you should not be way off of this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 12. Somebody had a question about number 12. Find x if the area is 261. So what is this?
Parallelogram.
It is a parallelogram. All right. For number 12, it says find x if the area is 261. So, if I know, what shape is this? A parallelogram. So what's my formula for parallelogram? Base times height. So, if I know my area is 261, do I know my base?
Yes.
18. Do I know my height? No. How can I find it?
Divide by 18.
Divide by 18. So 261 divided by 18. H is 14.5. How do I find this angle?
Geometry.
I have opposite and adjacent. So what is that?
Cosine.
Opposite and adjacent? Oa. Toa. So the tangent of, I don't know the angle, equals opposite, that's a 0.5, sorry, over 6. What do I do here? Inverse. So we're going to do second tangent of 14.5 over 6 gives us 67.5. And that's the angle. Yeah, for a degree, you always only go 1 decimal. Do we feel okay about 13 and 14? Those are side angle side. Be careful in your quiz. A lot of you for this one forgot to do 1/2 if it was a triangle.
I almost forgot.
I almost did too on my key. Alright, but for this one, you don't need 1/2 because it's a rhombus, so you just need BC sine of it. How do we feel about 15 and 16? Do we need help on those?
Was this,
16.
Yes.
angle 23 doesn't
Yeah, it's irrelevant. Okay. You want me to do them, Alyssa? Okay. For 15, find the area of this circle. What am I going to need to do?
pi r squared.
Pi r squared. Area is pi r squared. Do I have the r? How do I get the r? Trigonometry. So I'm going to, this is my hypotenuse. So what do I have here?
You have adjacent.
Adjacent and hypotenuse is what? Cosine. So the cosine of 34 gives me adjacent over hypotenuse. When it's on bottom, what do? Switch them. And so I get h equals 15. $34, right? Okay. So that is my radius.
No, that's your diameter.
That's my diameter. How do I find my radius?
Divide by 2.
So I'm going to divide it by 2. So my radius is 9.0466. So here, pi 9.0466 squared. And I'm going to accept a decimal on this one. So I'm going to square it and then times pi. That gives me 250. What did I do differently than my key? Oh, I think I used 3.14. Does it tell us to use 3.14? No. Okay. So I get 257.113 centimeters squared. Somebody said, wait, what's up?
You have this problem that says it's a decimal.
Yeah, there's no way I'd want you to leave it in terms of pi in this question. And on your test, on the key I'm going to send out, it's going to have a little bit of a different answer because I use 3.14. Just know on your test, I'll tell you what to use. Okay? Do I need to do 16?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So it says area of the shaded region. We need to find area of the whole minus the area of the white. So what's the whole picture? 8 times 8 minus what's the area of this white?
Pi 4 squared.
Why 4?
Because it's half of the height.
So it's pi r squared. So 64 minus 16 pi is the answer here.
Oh.
And you could totally leave, inches squared, thank you. And you could also do a decimal, it just depends on what it's asking. My decimal answer, 64 minus 16 pi is 13.735 inches squared. Any other questions? All right, going to the back. Do you want me to do 18? I can do 17, 18, anything else? I was going to do 19, that sounds perfect. I'll do 21. Anything else? It's like a bingo game.
22.
22, okay, perfect. All right, 17. So you can break this up however you want to. Should we do 3? Yeah, I like going with one big one. So up here, what's my base? And my height? Okay, so be careful. 13 is that whole side. But if I know this is 5, what do I know this is then? 8. And what's 12 times 8? Okay. Now down here, if this is 5 and this is 5, what's this? So I'm going to circle that, circle that. Okay, and then right here, how do I figure out how much this is? I have 5 and I have 2. Subtract from 12. What does that give me down here? 5 again. So this is 25. So what's my area going to be? Is 146. And it doesn't give me anything. Oops. I did. What? Okay, so the perimeter. I'm trying to get 13 plus 12, 13 again, plus 5, plus 5, plus 2, plus 5, plus 5. What does that give me? 60. And is this going to be units squared? Just units. Just 60. Are we good? 18. What do I do? What's my formula? Good. A equals 1/2. How am I going to find the apothem here?
Your perimeter is 56.
How come?
Because
No, you're right.
oh,
Say it.
because 8 times 5.
8, it's 5 sides, so it's 56. If this wasn't regular, you wouldn't be able to figure it out like this. Oh. I just went along with him. I was like, yeah, you're right. Keep going.
Like, I put in the calculator and I was like,
My bad. I wasn't even paying attention to the numbers.
What happened was,
I wasn't even listening to the number. I was just listening to what he was logically doing. All right. I got to make a triangle. What do I do once I make a triangle?
Divide by double the size.
So I got to do 360 divided by 10 because there are 5 sides. And that gives me 36.
Like,
What's great is it's all caught on camera.
I feel
I
more
like
dumb
checked. I was
than
like,
you.
8.5 is right?
What were you going to ask, Abby?
Oh, I just like hate the tapes that do that where it's not like
Yeah.
Wow, I should
All right.
have thought of that.
What is this down here? And what do we need to find? The apothem. So what am I going to have to do? Y'all, so many people on your quizzes wrote 36 and did 30, 60, 90 rules. It has to be 30 and 60, not 36. Okay, so I have to do opposite and adjacent. What is that?
10.
And what am I going to do?
4 divided by 10.
Sorry, we all make mistakes.
Like that badly.
Okay, and so then my apothem is 5.506. So now I'm just going to type in the calculator 1/2 times the apothem times 40. And there is my area. Is there a unit here? Alright. Can I move on? For 19, if the vertex angle of an isosceles triangle, so it's isosceles, is 84. What's 84? The top angle is my vertex angle. Because these are your base angles because they're congruent. Okay? And its height is 24 inches. Find my area.
What's the like definition of a vertex angle?
The vertex angle is the top angle because the other two are congruent. Those are called the base angles. Okay. So how am I supposed to find my oh wait, it's a triangle.
Oh, 180 minus 84 divided by 2.
We could do that. That would totally work. And then we could do trig. Okay, I'm going to tell you. So he said I could do 180 minus 84 to get these two angles. That would work just fine. I'm also going to let you know that since it's isosceles, this bisects. So this would be 42. Either way, you're going to get the same answer. Okay? Are y'all cool with me using this 42 though? Okay. What do I want to get? I need that. Well, what am I trying to do here? I want area. What's the formula for area? So I have the height, I need the base. So I'm going to call this the opposite. So what am I using here? Tangent. So the tan of 42 gives me the opposite over adjacent. So I can multiply and do 24 tangent of 42.
Then you gotta multiply by 2.
Why?
And then 3 because it's only half of it.
Remember, that was only half of it. So the whole thing is going to be 43.219. My height is 24, and I can just type this in the calculator. 0.5 times that times 24 gives me 518.633. Inches squared. We okay? I'm going to tell you number 20 is exactly like question number 14 on your quiz, so go look at the YouTube video to get how to do that one.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do y'all want me to go over it?
Right, here's the like that.
For this one or this one?
For the triangle, for the
This one? No, you don't have enough information. Okay. All right, number 21. Find the area of a regular heptagon with a side angle or with a side measure of 9. Heptagon is 7 sides. Now, I'm going to tell you, I cannot draw a 7-sided figure, so I'm not going to try. Are we okay with that? Okay. But what can I draw to help me visualize this? A triangle.
Do you draw a heptagon?
Don't know.
I'm gonna look at the picture.
I tried it. They just look real ugly when I draw them. All right. So what do I got to do here? Oh, it says the side measures 9. So is this 9 right here?
No, that's 4.5.
It's 4.5 because remember, usually we always our triangle's always half. Does that make sense? Okay. Now
60 divided by 14.
I got to find that angle up here. So 360 divided by 14 gives me probably something ugly.
Why does it look like
Ugh.
this?
Okay, that's our angle. It's really ill.
Why is it so ugly?
Okay,
It's so unsymmetrical.
hold on, we gotta get through this. Focus.
Not weird.
Oh.
Alright, area equals 1/2 AP. 1/2. I gotta find my apothem. What about the perimeter?
Well, the perimeter
4.5
is
times 14.
63.
63, because each side is 9 and there are 7 sides. So I need to find the A. This is gonna be so ugly, y'all. Sorry I did this to you.
I'll just close
Okay.
my eyes.
So we got to do trig. I have opposite and adjacent. So I'm going to do the tangent of this number right here. I'm not going to write it in. It's just that number. Equals opposite 4.5 over the A. Switch them around. So A equals 4.5 over the tangent of that number. So in here, I'm going to write 4.5 over the tangent of arrow up. Bam. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. How does it do it?
That's supposed to happen.
Now it's on video.
It's on. How do I do that?
Um,
4.
Just get the tangent and then just divide 4 by 8 first.
Okay, I'm going to show you a trick. Are y'all ready? Okay, there's this button right here called stow.
Stove.
That means you want to store something, and I want to store my answer into the letter A, so I'm going to do alpha A. So now anytime I do alpha A, it's that letter.
That is so cool.
Okay, so
I'm gonna remember that.
it's okay. You're not out of okay. Alpha Y equals 4.5 the tangent of A. Bam. There's our apothem.
I don't like the number, though.
Now I don't have to like go all the way up. Like,
Correct. You can start storing things. I don't think yours is the one you're gonna have on your test. You're not gonna need to store anything.
So who are we playing next round?
I'm gonna hope Pelicans. All right. So now I'm just doing this. 0.5 times up times 63 gives me 294.347. Super ugly.
I'm pretty sure the Pelicans are playing the Warriors.
They are.
Oh, did I say Pelicans?
Yeah.
I totally didn't mean Pelicans. Who's the Jazz? We're playing the Jazz.
I don't know.
If OKC. I can't believe they came back from like a 30-point deficit. That made me nervous. Okay, I'm videotaping. Shh, I'm videotaping. We can't talk about this. All right. Find the measure of each angle of a rhombus if the area is 432. What do I do?
Well, you make the A 432.
So okay, let me ask you, which formula for rhombus would be easier right now?
A equals,
D1 times D.
yeah.
No, we can just make it a square. DH.
We can do side angle side.
What?
Watch. If this is 24, it's a rhombus. What's this?
24.
Can I just put an X there?
Oh my god.
And this is like question 13 on your quiz.
The one I knew. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't try that.
Oh, wow. You don't have to divide by 2 this time.
Okay. Right. Don't divide by 2 because we do not have a
Miss, I couldn't have gotten that. I got it
It's okay. What's 24 times 24?
500.
So I'm going to divide by 576. Okay, watch, please. Hold on, don't write. Watch. I want to get x by itself, but sine is in the way. What do I do?
Divide by sine.
No. I inverse sine.
Dang it.
So, x is going to equal inverse sine of 432 over 576.
I don't understand what. Why are you giving us such ugly problems?
Yeah.
You'll live.
All
right.
He's like hunchback, miss.
What did I say it was divided by?
Only the self.
576. Thank you. Alright. Now, does that answer the question?
No.
Why not? So 48.6 is one of my angles.
Yeah.
I gotta find the other. How do I find this other angle?
It's supplementary.
They're supplementary. So subtract from 180, and I get 131.4.
Miss, my question is, why did you put the 48.6 in the answer box?
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
Self-explanatory.
I don't care about them. They're irrelevant to me. Alright. Good? Alright, we got, which ones do you want help with on the back? Oh, y'all for sure want 25. Side angle side. I mean side, side, side. 28?
26.
Okay, 26. What else? 31. You're not going to have anything that complicated. Let's not worry about it.
27? Is that...
We can do that, but...
You can go over the last bit.
Wait, okay, 27. 25, 26, 27? That's it?
Yep.
Okay, 25. Find the area of a triangle whose measures 3, 4, and 6. Side, side, and side. And this is exactly like number 7 on your quiz. So we have to use Heron's formula, which is S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C.
I'll be honest, miss, I guess somehow.
S is your perimeter divided by 2. What's my perimeter here? Divided by 2 is what? Y'all, you can type this into the calculator. 6.5 times 6.5 minus 3 times 6.5 minus 4 times 6.5 minus 6. Bam.
That's what I got.
That's the area of a triangle?
That's the area of this triangle.
That's just divided by 2.
No, it's not part of the formula. This formula you don't need to divide by 2.
Liz, can you give me the new God of War game? It's so good.
Can you give me tickets to the Astros game on June 20th?
I'll try my best.
I actually could try.
I wouldn't hate it.
Miss, when I went to the Rocks game, I almost got a shirt from the shirt cannon.
Almost.
Did someone
Alright.
finesse you?
Dude, it's been like a
Hey, I gotta get through this and I got less than 5 minutes. Find the shortest base of a trapezoid whose longer base measure is 10. Height measures... Oh, we have a trapezoid. Let me draw a trapezoid because otherwise I'm gonna get confused. Find the shortest base of a trapezoid, so I want this, whose longer base is 10. The height is 12. And the area is 84. So something that y'all didn't do too hot on your quiz was know the formula for area of a trapezoid.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
You counted points off because I didn't put the parentheses. I put the parentheses around the age instead of the...
Sucks to suck.
Wait, you
So
counted wrong from
84 equals.
Oh, this hurts my back.
And this is just algebra, y'all. So now, what is half of 12? So y'all cool with me dividing everything by 6?
So you can do that?
Totally. Just get rid of.
Wait, where does 6 come from?
What's half of 12? So like technically I could divide by 12 and then I can multiply by 2. It's the same thing. I'm just doing it in one step. What now?
So side is 4.
Yep. Last one, the area of an isosceles triangle is 168 inches squared. I don't know why that squared is right there. And its height is 15 inches. So I have an isosceles triangle. The height is 15 inches. Find the measure of the base angles. Well, first of all, area equals 1/2 base times height. If my area is 168, I don't know my base, but my height is 15.
Okay, so what's next?
How can I get B?
You just do algebra, right?
Yeah, just do algebra. So,
How would you do?
is that what y'all got? 22.4?
Yeah, sure.
Can I explain how I did that?
No, can you do 30?
You said we didn't use
Y'all don't need it. We're not going to have anything that complicated. Say it again. Yes, we're not done. So that's the base. Now to find this angle right here, it's isosceles. So what do I know this is if the whole thing is 22.4?
It's 11.2.
How can I find that angle right there? Trig. I have opposite and adjacent.
Tangent. I love trig.
I mean, maybe. So my angle is 53.3.
Miss, how come whenever you type in sine in the calculator, you do a smaller number over a bigger number, it doesn't work?
Because sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Your opposite can never be bigger than your hypotenuse because your hypotenuse is the biggest side.
Oh.
Okay? All right. I'm sending out the key with this. Good luck on your test tomorrow.